And a good evening as we welcome you to Harrisburg, the start of a very busy week for the Pierre Governor volleyball team as they will play 4 times in 6 days. They'll have Wednesday and Friday off, but they'll play 4 different times today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Saturday as the Governors will be on the road tonight and tomorrow against Harrisburg and Watertown. But here it starts against this Harrisburg Tiger team as they look for a big win to start the week and to get off this 2-game schneid that they're on right now because again, the Governors that they played just one time since September 12th, and that was against Brandon Valley on October 1st. So it was nearly 3 weeks from the date that they played that last game and lost to Brandon Valley in 3 straight sets. It was a tough one for the Governors who just couldn't get anything really going because they just couldn't quite get that the momentum on their side. Had one chance in game 2 against Brandon Valley when they were up 19-14. But then Brandon Valley took control and ended up winning 25-22 in that second set and controlled all the way through the third set. We'll talk with Coach Casey Keenholz here in just a little bit and what she expects here from this very tough week. You're looking at playing Harrisburg here tonight, who, although they are struggling a little bit this season, still a tough team to face against here at home. A little sparse of a crowd because of all the COVID stuff. There's you had to have a certain amount of tickets here, and so there's not going to be as big of a crowd as there probably would be for this game. But the Governor is still going to find a way to get a win, and it's still going to be tough to win at Harrisburg. But then you face Watertown, who's in the top 5, as well as Huron and O'Gorman. All 3 of those teams in the top 5. And that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to come away here 4-0, and you're hoping maybe for a 3-1 week. You're kind of shooting for a 3-1 week, I would say. And 4-0 would be gravy on top of a fantastic week because even 2-2 is not going to be nothing to turn their head about because it's going to be tough to get 2 wins out of these next 4 games here as the Pierre Governors are in the midst of a very busy October. They have 17 games left going into October. They've only played just once. They'll play 2 games outside of October in November 3rd and 5th to end out the year. So this is a very busy October for this Pierre Governor team. They'll see 4 games this week. They'll see another week where they'll play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday before the end of the month, too. So this is the start of a very busy stretch for this Pierre Governor team and wants to, hey, just be in the top 8. When it comes down to it, be in the top 8 to put yourself hosting the Sodak 16 and give an opportunity to go to the state tournament and play for those 3 days in a row in Brookings at the Swiftel Center to try and win a state championship. Governors against this Harrisburg team. Again, they're getting everybody back and getting everybody healthy and a chance to practice a little bit. But again, we'll talk with Coach Casey Keenholz on how limited practice has been, just trying to get everybody back into game shape. And, of course, you don't want to hurt anybody by kind of forcing the issue a little bit too much because they've been off for so long. Although hopefully with them having close contact and some of them having close contact and everything, that they were able to still stay conditioned well enough to be in this spot to be able to kind of push and not feel like it's game 1 again. Governors and Harrisburg Tigers coming up here from Harrisburg as we'll have that first serve just around 7 o'clock. We'll step aside for 3 minutes and come back with the coaches interview with Coach Casey Keenholz of the Pierre Governors. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Welcome back to the pregame show on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Joining me is Coach Casey Keenos of the Pierre Governor Volleyball team. Coach, you started a really busy week here. 4 games this week. 2 of them, thankfully, are at home, but these first 2 today and tomorrow on the road. Obviously, you probably want to take them one game at a time. So Harrisburg here tonight. What do you want from your girls going into this week, knowing maybe putting in the back of their mind or away from their mind that there's 4 games this week?
I think the big thing is just we got to focus, do better than we did on Thursday against Brandon Valley. We want to show up here, get off the bus here, and, show up and play. And I think we just want to see that energy back from what we saw that first weekend of us playing, bring the fun back on the court, just to kind of be a lot more livelier out there on the court.
Yeah, and you guys struggled to get things going early on against Brandon Valley. Then were able to kind of turn things around the second set. What was the ultimate takeaway from that loss to Brandon Valley?
I think you can definitely tell we hadn't practiced for a couple weeks. Just all of us kind of in and out of practice for those 2 weeks prior to. Again, we had practice on Friday, had the weekend off, and then back on the bus today. So I think big thing is just I think those girls, they saw like just that disappointed with the way that they played. Just that not being able to pass very well, just a lot of mistakes on our side, which is what we'd been, I guess, kind of prided ourselves in those for that first weekend in Rapid. A game against Mitchell, I think, that was a good, we saw some good things happen. So we just want to refresh, get back to that, short-term memory, forget about Thursday night and step on the court as if it's a new season for us.
And again, this is a unique situation because this is a game that was postponed from during that time of games being postponed, but you had a chance to kind of start to prepare for them a little bit and then ultimately got postponed, but there was not that many starters available. So from preparing for this team and getting ready with the limited girls and now having them all back, do you kind of throw that out the window of what you're preparing for them to begin with?
Yeah, I think right now we're just really focusing on kind of going back to those basics. We got to pass, we got to serve, try to take Harrisburg out of their game by being aggressive. And so that's where, we really got to focus on. Can't have a lot of serving errors, which we saw at Brandon Valley, more serving errors than what we'd like to have seen. And then again, just passing is going to be key. We got to get our middles established right away, because we know we set a lot to the outside. And if we continue to do that, makes it pretty easy for Harrisburg defensively. And so got to get our middles established early in the game. Got to have a lot of communication out there on the court, which I think was something we lacked on Thursday as well. So girls getting back to, playing together again and, being on the court and just getting back to competing.
And now with, again, 4 games here this week, not a whole lot of practice time. So a lot of these girls aren't in game shape. How do you manage that to make sure that the fatigue level by the end of the week is still strong?
We're hoping that, it's a lot of play. They don't really have a lot of time to think about, the condition part. So they're going to have to, I guess, have a stronger mind than they are, physical portion at this time and just really to rely on, that grit, I guess, digging down and figuring out that, they're here to compete, got to work hard, no time to let up.
And we kind of talked off air a little bit too, that this is an opportunity to start to kind of see what the state tournament's like. That's the ultimate goal, is to get to the state tournament. Obviously, it's still well over a month away from happening, but this is where these games will maybe pay dividend in the state tournament. So again, how do you maybe enforce that into them, saying this is what it will be like, and this is what we got to get used to if we want to compete for a state championship?
Yeah, and I think early in this, this point of the season, we're still, get 4 games in a week, and as you said, kind of prepare us for those. We're not used to having, play game after game after game, and so today and tomorrow to have to play 2 in a row is good warm up, and then we'll get that at the end of the season as well with 3 games in a row. So, it's good. I think we just have to. The girls, they want to play, they want to continue to play. We're just going to have to use these opportunities to be some practice and hopefully be able to make some adjustments throughout the match to be successful.
Yeah, I guess this Harrisburg team was going to be the number one thing for you to get a win tonight.
We have to control the errors on our side. We have to make sure that, serving aggressive, passing, pass has to be at our setter so that we can use all of our hitters and make everyone available. And we just got to be aggressive. I think just, putting that fear away and step out there on the court and be ready to compete.
Coach, as always, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back with more of the pregame show next on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Harrisburg, getting set for first serve as the Pierre Governors take on the Harrisburg Tigers. The starting lineups for the Harrisburg Tigers will be Liz Dirks as well as Abby Meister, Hannah Healy, Shaylee Arp, Morrison Samuels, and Risa Janza. We'll get the Pierre Governor starters after this 2-minute break and the playing of the national anthem. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Harrisburg, getting set for first serve. Starting lineups are being announced. We'll send it down to the PA for those starting lineups.
And now starting lineup for your Harrisburg Tigers. Starting in the 6'1" sophomore, number 14, Morrison Samuels. Starting outside hitter, 5'6" junior, number 5, Abby Meister. Going center of 5'10" junior, number 16, Reese Jansen. And now he starting over the senior number 13, Shaylee Arp. And over the senior number 20, the baby Andre.
So for the Pierre Governors, to hear their starting lineups, they will have Maya Keenolz, Reagan Wiebe, Marquise Muntro-Canals as the libero, McKenna Schleckaway, Kenzie Gronlin, Avery Kaiser, and Austin Wiebe, the starters for the Pierre Governors. And again, you heard those starters for the Harrisburg Tigers. They're going to go from the bottom to the top of your dial. And if you're watching, of course, on YouTube, you go from from the left corner to the right corner are the Harrisburg Tigers. Pierre Governors are going to go from the top to the bottom of your radio dial here this evening as Governors are looking for that fourth win in the first time in 3 games to get a win. As we'll see who gets the first serve for the ESD matchup. Again, this is the first of 4 games this week for the Pierre Governors. They will take on Watertown tomorrow, and then it will be against Huron at home Thursday, and then O'Gorman at home on Saturday. As Schleckaway will come out for the Governors. Muntro-Canals is in. So the starting 6 is Austin Wiebe, Muntro-Canals, Kaiser, Keenolz, Reagan Wiebe and Kenzie Gronlund. Looks like Austin Wiebe will serve first for the Pierre Governors, as Devaney Andre is the libero for Harrisburg. So we are set. We are underway as Austin Wiebe will serve first. Almost got an ace right away. A chance on the far side. Dug out by Mucho Knaus. It'll be pushed over by Reagan Wiebe on the third hit. Set and a chance for Samuels. Another dig for Mucho Knaus, but didn't get all of it, and it goes down for a point for the Tigers as they take a 1-0 lead. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station, as it is the start of the second game of our triple header here today, as an ace will be played for the Harrisburg Tigers. As it is Abby Meister, the 5'6" junior, makes it quickly 2-0 here for Harrisburg. This one almost another ace for Meister, as it's to the back corner from Reagan Wiebe, played here to the left side off the net. Wiebe will play Reagan Wiebe. Mike Keenels, chance for the back line for Kaiser. No, Meister was there. And now bumped across by the libero and Andre. Keenels will set, coming over, and Wiebe pushes in the nets. And it's 3-0 here, Harrisburg early on in this first set. And the Governors have got to find a quick answer here, as Meister again will serve. Kaiser to play. Keenels to set. Over by Mucho Knaus as she came up to the front line. Sets, middle of the floor to the back line, and out by Harrisburg. And Pierre will get their first points of the evening, as it is a 3-1 lead for the Tigers. Reagan Wiebe now will serve, middle of the floor from the top to the bottom of your dial. Meister to receive across on the left side. That one dug out by Mucho Knaus. Set to the near side for Kaiser. Another dig by Meister. Samuel's a chance. That one off the hands of Reagan Wiebe and goes into the crowd. And it's 4-1 now, Harrisburg. Sparse crowd here, but again, with COVID, you can't really expect a crowd to be too big at any point here this season. As serving is Liz Dirks. Shaylee Arp that will serve. Kenzie Gronlund, that goes off from the Harrisburg and down for a kill for Gronlund, and it's 4-2. And Kenzie Gronlund's get the first kill of the game for the Pierre Governors. Here is Gronlund now to serve. It goes in the net. Sarah Sayer from Pierre, and it's 5-2 Harrisburg. In set one. Harrisburg coming in. They've won just once in their last 6 games. They're 1-5. This play by Reagan Wiebe. Also, Wiebe got a chance, and it's going to be bumped over by Kaiser. Good recovery by the Governors. Set to the middle of the floor, and then right through Austin Wiebe and down for another kill. And Harrisburg has opened up a 6-2 lead. Here quickly, that kill goes for Hannah Healy. Korvig will serve. Mercedes Korvig for Harrisburg. And then Mike Keenels misplayed. And error by the Governors. And it's 7-2 Harrisburg. One that Keenels would love to have back. Korvig again will serve. He played by Austin Wiebe. Sent from Kaiser for Schleckaway. Dug by Meister. There's a chance on the near side. Dug out by Austin Wiebe. Goes over the net. So now there's another chance. Korvig will set to the left side, and it's going to be blocked down by Keenels and Schleckaway. And it's 7-3. Over on the left side is Emma Hassard that just keeps continuing to try and pile up the kills from the left side. But so far has not been able to get one. Keenels. Meister will receive. Tipped over across. Actually got the nets, and it was tipped by the Governors, but misplayed by Harrisburg. So back-to-back points here for the Governors, and it's 7-4 Tigers. And Mike Keenels again will serve from the top to the bottom from the far side. Just barely over the net. Meister slides in to receive. Hazard again. That one's too long, and it's now 7-5. They're continuing to feed Hazard over there on the left side of the floor. And so far, Emma Hazard has had nothing in the 5'7" outside hitter, senior. Keenels in the back line, played from Andre. It'll be to the near side. Good dig by Mucho Knaus. Kaiser across. That one was tipped, and it's another kill for the Governors. Another point, and it's now 7-6. And Avery Kaiser is on the board with her first kill. Here is Keenels again with a serve. Meister will play, set by Korvig, and that one, net violation. And it's going to be a point for Harrisburg. It was going out off of Harrisburg, but it was a net violation called on the Governors. And so it's 8-6, was about to be 7-7. Dirks with the serve, misplayed by Mucho Knaus. And Dirks gets the ace and is now 9-6. Boy, a quick turn of events there. Was going to be 7-7, turned into 8-6 lead for Harrisburg. Now they're up 9-6. Mucho Knaus will receive this serve. Keenels for Kaiser. That one's too far from the sophomore, and it's now 10-6 Harrisburg. Not a bad look there from Avery Kaiser. Here's a serve again from Dirks. Mucho Knaus able to get enough of it. Kaiser from the back line. Wiebe goes into the nets, and it's now 11-6. It was just about to be a 7-7 game, but instead it's been 3 straight points and 11-8 now. Mucho Knaus to receive. Keenels for Kaiser again. That one's off the net. It was not touched by Harrisburg, so it's another point for the Tigers. And it's 12-6, and Coach Casey Keenels will take her first time out. Nearly 7-7, but now it's 12-6 Harrisburg. They lead by 6 here in set 1, back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR, today's KCCR.com. It is a 12-6 lead for the Pierre Governors, or excuse me, for the Harrisburg Tigers over the Pierre Governors. John Winkler here on this Monday evening. Almost misplayed by Kaiser, but behind Kaiser was Mucho Knaus to continue to play for the Governors. Over the left side, there's a chance for Dirks that rolls off the nets, and it goes out as Kaylee Severin. And Kaiser had a piece of it. And it's now 13-6. Dirks again to serve. Kaiser receives, goes right over across, and then ducked down by the Tigers, and it's 14-6. That was by Hannah Healy. Her third kill here in set 1. It's an 8-point lead for the Harrisburg Tigers here in set 1. Dirks again to serve. Mucho Knaus, Keenels to the near side for a Schleck away, dug out by Dirks. Set by Korvig from the left side, over for Mucho Knaus. Easy handle there. Kaiser a chance. That one got hit. Almost was going to go out, but a good job by Mucho Knaus as it probably was going to stay in. Severin didn't get all of it, but it went enough for the drop in front of all the Harrisburg Tigers, and it's now 14-7. And Kaylee Severin finally gets the Governors to end that run. Her first kill. Kaiser to serve just over the net. A sinking serve. Early played by Dirks. Over by the Tigers. Now a chance for Reagan Wiebe. Dug out by Andre. Korvig tried to set it, but it's going to go over. Schleck away. Had it blocked. And then Keenels and Severin both misplayed off of Severin. Keenels had no chance. And it's now 15-7 Harrisburg. Andre to serve. Received by Reagan Wiebe. Set by Keenels for Schleck away. That one dug out by Andre. Korvig to the left side. Off the nets. In another kill for Harrisburg. Abby Meister makes it 16-7. A 9-point lead by the Tigers here in set 1. Andre will serve again. Reagan Wiebe to receive. Kaiser back to Reagan Wiebe. Tipped, but there for Andre. Korvig. Now Meister on the left side. Tipped. Diving play by Wiebe. Second diving play by Keenels, and just over by Severin. And now from the right side, and that one goes out. And a great job by the Governors. Wiebe made a diving play. Keenels didn't dive, but she went all out for it. He was able to get over for Severin just to bump it across and give the Governors a chance. And it was hit too hard and far from Francie Mertz. It has played a point for the Governors. Tipped over across. Keenels had it. Somehow played by the Governors. Severn pushed to the back line. To the left side for Meister. Didn't get all of it, but Tino's got a piece of it as Weeby started to dive for it. And so where Weeby was, that's where the ball ended up landing. And Harrisburg's back up by 9, 17-8. A third kill for Abby Meister. Healy's got 4 kills, Meister with 3. Right now on the floor for the Governors, they have a combined 3 kills. They trail by 9 here in set 1. Keenholz to the back line, Kaiser too far, and it's 18-8. And Harrisburg's opened up a double-digit lead here in set 1. Not the start that the Governors were hoping for here. As we get late in set 1, they trail by 10. Kaiser receives, set at the net, was tipped by Harrisburg. Over Andre Korvig will set. That one got blocked down, rolls off the net, and it will fall eventually for the Governors' points. Samuels got blocked. They were able to get it up on the net twice, but it rolled down, and finally no chance for Harrisburg. So it's now a 9-point lead for the Tigers as Austin Weeby will serve. To the back line, Andre receives. Korvig to set, and in the middle of the floor, that one lands in, and a kill for Emma Hazard. And Hazard's got her first, that is Shaylee Arp that's got her first kill for Harrisburg. Meister to serve. Austin Weeby receives. Keenholz set. Tipped off of Reagan Weeby's kill attempt. Korvig to set. Tipped over across and down for another point. Hazard had to tip it over, and the Governors didn't make the right play. Hazard's going to get credit for a kill, and it's 20-9. Harrisburg leads by 11 here in set 1. Meister again serves. Kaiser is there. Keenholz to set for Gronlund from the left side. Dug out by Meister. Set near the back line. Oh, it was misplayed by Muchokanous. Keenholz trying to get it back, but ends up going back across on the outside of the poles. The antennas from the nets, and it's now 21-9. Meister again with a serve. Kaiser. Keenholz just set for Reagan Weeby. That one got blocked down at the net, and it's now 22-9. Harrisburg has dominated this first set, up by 13. Meister, that one goes out on a service error from Meister, and it's 22-10. Well, the Governors will serve down by 12. Looks like Keenholz will let this first serve right out. Down by 12. As Reagan Weeby serves, set by Korvig. Samuels across. Weeby is there to dig that one out. Keenholz put it into the net, trying to get one, duck one across. And it's at the top of the net, bounces high, but it lands on the Pierce side. And it's a 13-point lead again for Harrisburg, 23-10. On the serve from Samuels. Dug by Meister over the nets, and the Governors not in the right position. As 24-10. And set point here for Harrisburg in set 1. Arp again to serve. Austin Weeby, chance for this Ivory Kaiser, and that one not dug out by Meister. There's a kill for Avery Kaiser, just her second, and it's 24-11. Governors trail by 13. Kenzie Gralla with the serve. The Governors have scored another 13 points to keep this one going. From the back line, across by Samuels. Played, and a net violation is going to be called on Maya Keenholz, and that's going to wrap up set 1. Governors do not like what they see here in set 1. They fall in set 1, 25-11. The Governors have to search for a quick answer here in set 2. We'll step aside for 2 minutes and come back with set 2. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back, start of the second set. Governors have necessarily don't have a whole lot of work in front of them. All you got to do is just win this next set. Doesn't matter if you win it 26-24 or 25-1. It's a matter of evening up. They didn't look very good in the first set. Metro Canals received the first set of set number 2, and that was pushed out by Reagan Wiebe. And it's 1-0 Harrisburg. Harrisburg, they didn't last too long in their huddle. They're back out about 45 seconds before Pierre broke their huddle. Austin Wiebe to receive by Keenos. Kaiser tipped, and that one goes, it stays in too, but it's a kill for Avery Kaiser, and it's 1-1. Coach Keenos was in the huddle for a very long time, continuing to talk to this team and hoping to find some kind of answer here in set number 2. To the back line, Reagan Wiebe. Here's Maya Keenos. Kaiser tried to push to the back line, barely played by Harrisburg. And now Meister. That one dug out by Reagan Wiebe. Kenzie Groundland to the corner. Played over and looking for a net violation. Didn't get the net violation. Maya Keenos for Kaiser. That goes in the net. And it's 2-1. 2-1 Harrisburg. And all the officials were shaking their head no. And all the Pierre coaches were shaking their head, how? As the serve from Meister. Reagan Wiebe, Maya Keenos, Avery Kaiser, dug out by Meister. Samuels across. Nice dig there by Metro Canals, but Austin Wiebe had to try and get around Metro Canals. And it goes for a kill for Samuels. Her third of the day. And it's 3-1 Harrisburg. Meister across, an ace, and it's 4-1. Back to that last couple plays ago, someone from Harrisburg went sliding underneath the net and almost went all the way across underneath the net. And that's where, as Remington Price comes in, where Coach Keenos, Coach Doster, Coach Lilliger, and Coach Kruger were all wondering how that wasn't any kind of violation. It wasn't a point for Pierre. Groundland will bump it over on the third hit, set by the Tigers. That one will hit the net, does not get touched by the Governor, so a 4-hit violation called in Harrisburg, and it's now 4-2. As Kenzie Groundland will go back to serve, McKenna Schleckway in for Metro Canals. Groundland to the back line. Meister set and down and just inside the line. And a kill for Harrisburg. And it's 5-2. That's a tough one for the Governors, as it is Samuels again with now her fourth, as that one was a couple inches away from going out. Keenos, Kaiser got tipped to the nets. It'll be played from Jans up and down for another kill for Harrisburg. It is now 7-2. As this one was a kill for Hazard, her second. Across from Sharp. At the net, diving for it was Kaiser and Metro Canals. And another point for the Tigers, now 7-2. 5-point lead here in set 2. Harrisburg won set 1, 25-11. Harp, Metro Canals. Right at the sideline, Keenos for Reagan Wiebe goes in the net. Austin Wiebe goes in the net. And it's 8-2. And Coach Keenos has got to take a timeout. The Governors are in trouble again. 8-2 down here in set 2. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Today is KCCR. Today is KCCR.com. So 8-2 is our score after the timeouts. Harrisburg has yet to take any timeouts here. But the Governors are down by 6. As Metro Canals did not receive that serve well, and it's now 9-2. Another ace for Harrisburg, and here's a real tough spot, down by 7. It's still early here in set 2, but things are starting to fade away already in the second set. Keenholz as Kaiser towards the back line. Meister is right there. Set, tipped over the top of the net by Healy. And now a chance for Kaiser, and that goes down for a big kill. And maybe the Governors can get something fired up here. Kaiser and Keenholz are both fired up, ready to get this team moving. Now 9-3. Haley Severn is in for Austin Wiebe. Here's Keenholz to serve to the back line. Meister, he's set for Samuels. Mucho Knaus is there. Keenholz now for Price on the back line. Andre set the chance, and that one's tipped and down as they went to Hazard on the left side again. This one was tipped by Pierre, and it goes out for a kill for Hazards. And it's 10-3. Mercedes Korvik or Covering will serve here. The 5'5 senior. Mucho Knaus. Keenholz set for Kaiser. That one was dug out by Andre. Hazard again. Tipped. Easy play for Kaiser. Keenholz now for Schleckaway. Will be played by the Tigers again. Bumped over by Hazard. Mucho Knaus is there. Keenholz now to set. Kaiser got a tip over, but play by Covering. Hazard from the left side. That's too far. That's out, and the Governors will pick up the point. Now down 10-4. Reagan Wiebe will come in for a Price. Kaiser is back to serve for the Governors, the sophomore. To the back line, played by Harrisburg. Andre back for Hazard. Across, Mucho Knaus is there. Keenholz to set for Schleckaway. Tipped at the net, and a net violation is going to be called on the Governors. And it's now 11-4. He just hoping that at some point Harrisburg will commit a net violation. Looked like they did earlier. Wasn't called, but Governors have been guilty of a couple here. 11-4. Dirks to serve. Kaiser. Severn at the net. Wiebe was able to punch it over. Andre, left side. Meister. Kaiser is there. Keenholz now to set for Wiebe. That one got tipped but not down. Diving play on the third hit got over by Harrisburg. Severn. Keenholz set for Wiebe. Too far from Reagan Wiebe, and it's now 12-4. Nearly a point for the Governors. A good play there by Harrisburg. And they now lead by 8. 12-4 here in set 2. They won the first set 25-11. Kaiser to receive. Schleckaway got tipped. Diving into the nets. Covering, and it goes down for a point for the Governors. Schleckaway will get the kill when it's 12-5. Her first. As Mucho Knaus on her serve. Left side, that goes, it's off the antenna, so a point for the Governors. Misplay by Harrisburg. One of the few mistakes that the Tigers have made here so far against this Pierre team. 12-6. Tigers on top. Received by Dirks. Meister into the nets. There's a back-to-back mistakes here from Harrisburg, so it's 12-7 now. The Governors have found a way to rally as they trail by 5, 12-7. Mucho Knaus hit the net, but it went over. Andre was there to receive. That one's too far, and it's now 12-8. Not touched by the Governors. Went too far. Governors now trail by 4. Coach Costain will see how long she waits. And the Governors too far for Mucho Knaus, so it's 13-8. Service error from Pierre. And Harrisburg back up by 5 here in set 2. Here's Andre to serve for the Tigers. Just barely over the net. Reagan Wiebe almost missed play. Kenzie Growlin able to slide in and get it over the net. Severn at the net, but it went across and then back out as it was dug by Mucho Knaus. Severn tried to set it, but she sent it over the net and set up for a kill for Francie Mertz, her first of the contest. Andre across, Wiebe, Keenholz, Severn able to just barely knock it over. Covering it. That one, Meister, was tipped by the Governors as that was well out, but it went off of Pierce, so it's another point for the Tigers. A quick sub coming in. As Reese Terwilliger is in here for the Governors for Kaylee Severn. 15-8. Harrisburg leads by 7. Kaiser. Chance for Terwilliger. That goes down for a big kill for Terwilliger. Comes right into the game and makes it a big kill for the Governors. Down by 6 now. And she'll come right back out. And Austin Weeby will come in to serve. It'll be a big momentum builder here for the Governors. Right off the bench comes Terwilliger, gets a big kill. See if the Governors can take advantage of it. Austin Weeby on the serve. Andre to receive. Torvik sets it, middle of the floor. That goes too far, but it was touched by the Governors. And it's now 16-9. As coming in is Samuels, as well as checking in and coming in to serve the Colmoose, the 5'7" sophomore. Austin Weeby to receive. Key Knowles sets it for Reagan Weeby, and that one will bounce in front of Liz Dirks, and it's a kill for Reagan Weeby. Didn't get all of it, but it's effective. And the Governors trail down by 6. As Reagan Weeby will serve for the Governors. Andre to receive. Sets Samuels. That hits the antenna. And it's now 16-11. So another error from Harrisburg. Pulls the Governors within 5. Weeby on the serve. Meister. That one stays in. Past Austin Weeby. Too far to the right of Luttrell Canals. And Meister has picked up her 6th kill. 17-11. Meister will go back to serve. And a error from Meister as she went too far in front of the line on the serve. She throws it up pretty high. And went too far in front of the line on her hits. 17-12. There's a chance, middle of the floor. Goes down for a kill. As Samuels will pick up another one, her 5th. And it's now 18-12. The Tigers lead by 6. Arp on the serve. Reagan Weeby receives. Kaiser got tipped at the net, and it goes down for a kill for Avery Kaiser. Well, you can see Kaiser maybe getting a little frustration out on those kill attempts. As Terwilliger will come back in. Keenol's to serve. Meister receives. Set in the middle of the floor. Luttrell Canals got a piece of it, but it goes well past any Pierre Governor, and it's now 19-13. Francie Mertz come in. It was a kill for Hannah Healy, her 5th. Covering the 5'5", senior will serve. Reagan Weeby receives. Keenol's chance for Terwilliger. That one's tipped and down. And Reese Terwilliger has got her 2nd kill. 2 big kills here for Terwilliger. 18-14. Governors are trying, or excuse me, it should be 19-14. That one goes too far. They didn't put that last point up there for Harrisburg, but now they, we'll see maybe if they kind of miss that one and have to make Harrisburg score 26 points. It was 18-12, made it 18-13, and now it's 19-14, although Pierre didn't score back-to-back points. As that one is, Kaiser couldn't get all of it. Schleckaway went sliding in to the bleachers. Thankfully, she's okay. And it's now 20-14 as the scoreboard shows. There they got the other point up, so it's 21-14. Dirks, as it's received, set by Key Knowles, and a net violation again called on the Governors. 22-14. So it's an 8-point lead for Harrisburg again. Dirks on the serve. Kaiser is there to receive. Key Knowles is set for Schleckaway. That one got tipped in the net, falls down on Harrisburg's side. And Schleckaway will get a kill. And it's 23-15. Well, they took away a point for the Tigers. Made 22-15. As Dirks gives it an opportunity. Actually, it was Molly Parsons, or Hannah Healy, should say, gets another kill. And it's 23-15. And maybe they put the point up on the wrong side. Andre, as that's going to go down, is now 24-15. So now Harrisburg has set point again, looking to go up 2-0 on the Governors. Andre, as Kaiser misplayed on the serve from Andre, goes down for an ace, and it's 25-15 in set two. And the Governors have got to find a way, down 2-0 now, to make their way all the way back, as they've lost 25-11 and 25-15. Back in 2 minutes with set number 3. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back, as we get set for set number 3, and the Governors have a lot of work in front of them, down 2-0. They've got to win and find a way to win set 3. Just find a way to win one set here and send it to a 4th set and then work from there. Well, the Governors, it's got to start here right away, as they have lost 25-11 and 25-15. They've not gotten off to good starts here in the early parts of these 2 sets. They've got to find a way to start out well here in set 3. Governors will be right back on the road tomorrow evening in Watertown. We'll have that for you, as we'll have the Watertown feed right here on today's KCCR. So there won't be a YouTube broadcast tomorrow, as I will not be there, but we'll still have the game on today's KCCR, today's KCCR.com, as we will take the Watertown feed for that one. I'll be in Rapid City coming back after the girls' playoff game for soccer. Over the net by Terwilliger, back by Schleikaway, and now Samuels barely able to get over. Schleikaway goes down, and the Governors pick up the first point of set 3, and that is a big point. They didn't get the first 2 in set 1 and 2. And now they have an opportunity, up 1-0, to kind of work from a lead and try and keep that lead here in set 3. By Keenholz, Andre receive, set in the middle of the floor, and then misplayed by Reagan Wiebe. And Arp gets the kill, and it's 1-1. As Meister on the serve. That one goes right in between Kaiser and Butchell-Knaus, and it's now 2-1. And just like that, after the Governors picked up that big, all-important first point, it's now 2-1. That one, Meister, right to Kaiser. Schleckway goes down. There's another kill for Schleckway. Back-to-back points from the Governors in terms of Schleckway getting 2 kills. And it's 2-2. Price is going to come in for Kaiser to serve. Sophomore in for sophomore. And Price with a jump serve. Misplayed, almost a, could have called maybe a lift. Mucho Canals is there. Keenol's over by Schleckaway, and it does not get all the way over as it bounces down on the Pierce side, and it's now 3-2 Harrisburg. Here is Arp with the serve right into the nets, and it's now 3-3. So Pierre has got it tied back up again. Mucho Canals in the serve. Gronlin is in for Schleckaway. Mucho Canals into the corner. Andre off the nets. Played up and over. Gronlin set for Keenol's. Now a chance for Terwilliger. Goes into the net. Was touched, though, by Harrisburg. Terwilliger will set for Wiebe, and that was misplayed by Wiebe. Goes into the net. And it's now 4-3 for Harrisburg. Harrisburg leads by 1 here in set 3, up 2-0. Governors are desperate for a win. Keep this one moving. Keenol's for Gronlin. Too far from Gronlin. And it's now 5-3. Tigers lead by 2. Covering the serve. Price to receive. Keenol's to Williger. Didn't get all of it. Andre, though, receives it. That one into the nets, and they will say it was not touched by Pierre, and that's a big point for the Governors. Now 5-4. Almost didn't get it. Almost took the entire bench and the players on the floor to get that call made. Here's Austin Wiebe. Austin Wiebe with the serve. Meister to receive. Covering sets, and Hannah Healy and Hazards have miscommunication, and it fell between the two. So it's a 5-5 game here in set 3. Austin Wiebe for Meister. Covering Hazards. That one blocked by Gronlin, came back down. Keenol's keeps it alive. Gronlin will bump it over the third hit. Meister to come into play. Covering to set, and there's a chance. That goes off of Gronlin, maybe tipped by Wiebe as well, but it went right between both Gronlin and Wiebe. And it's now 6-5. Harrisburg back up by 1. Liz Dirks to serve. Received by Austin Wiebe. Keenol's chance for Reagan Wiebe. Andre to dig it out. Covering at the net. Tipped at the net by Gronlin. Played back up. Keenol's now a chance for Reagan Wiebe. Again on the other side of the floor. And again dug out by Andre. That one was tipped by Pierre on a kill attempt, and it goes for Harrisburg. And it's 7-5. A 7th kill for Abby Meister. Dirks. Mucho Canals. Keenol's is set for Gronlin. Tipped over the net, and a great play there by Gronlin. Perfectly placed. And it's now 7-6. She'll get credit for a kill. Soft one, but it works. Down by 1. Reagan Wiebe. Dirks to receive. Covering. That one goes out on the kill attempt by Harrisburg. And Pierre has tied it up 7-7. Reagan Wiebe to serve. Again, Andre Meister across. Goes down. Trying to make a sliding attempt with Mucho Canals as well as Austin Wiebe. But it's now 8-7 for Harrisburg. Andre on the serve, just barely over the net. Kaiser to play it first. Galkenzie Gronlin, that one got tipped. And it's going to be now 9-7 as it lands where the Governor is unable to play. Andre, another serve, too far. 9-8. Governors trail by 1. Schlickway back in. And Mucho Canals will take a seat, just take a breather real quick. Kenzie Gronlin to serve. To the back line, Dirks to play. Set and across. and just in off the line for Francie Mertz. Her third kill, and it's 10-8 Harrisburg. Don't forget, coming up after this one is over, we'll have Monday Night Football for you between the Falcons and Packers. Kickoff was backed up to 7:50. Mucho Canals almost misplayed the serve. Reagan Weeby went a long way to play it. Keenels is able to get over the third hit, bumped it across, tipped to the net. Mucho Canals is there to play. Keenels is set now for Kaiser on the near side. That's it down for a big kill for Amy Kaiser. Her fifth now of the game. And it's 10-9. So Williger is in. Keenels to serve. Keenels for Andre to receive. Set to the far side. Meister. Schleckway bump into the corner. Hey, Kaiser gets one. Kaiser just bumped it across, and it goes all the way into the near side corner. And it's now 10-10. Perfect placement there for Kaiser. Keenels into the side. Almost went out, but that's going to go out from Harrisburg. And there's an ace for Maya Keenels, and it's 11-10. First ace. Remaining player on the floor here for the Governors. 11-10, they lead off the nets. Played back, Andre across, Mucho Canals. Keenels, Schleckway, tipped it over and down. And the Governors have a 12-10 lead. And again, all it takes is just this set three. Just win this third set, make it 2-1, and then work on the fourth set. Can't win all three, can't win two here in just one set. Just be the first team to score 25. Over and down for that one, just barely stays in. It's 12-11 for Harrisburg. Costain has not taken a timeout yet for Harrisburg in any of the three sets. Meister will serve. Mucho Canals to receive. Keenels at the net. Schleckway, good placement. Terwilliger went right back over. And now on the far side, that one goes too far. Looking for a tip from from Pierre. Was Harrisburg not going to get it? And it's now 13-11 here for the Governors. Grammy Price is back in to serve. And Price on the jump serve. Andre to play. Set in the middle of the floor. And that one goes down. At three Governors right there at the wall. And Mucho Canals is kind of trying to pick what side is going to go. And it goes for another kill for Harrisburg. And it's now 13-12. A 1-point lead for Pierre. Schleckway misplayed as Mucho Canals went diving for it. Got a piece of it, but no chance. And an ace for Harrisburg, and it's now 13-13. Because that was for Shaylee Arp. And Arp again trying to give Harrisburg the lead back. Schleckway. That one is a diving play by Meister, but it goes into the crowd. And it's now 14-13. And a 1-point lead for the Pierre Governors again. Schleckway's got her fourth. Mucho Canals. Meister to receive. Tipped at the net and down for another kill. Anna Healy picking up kill number 7 between her and Abby Meister. 16 kills between the two. 14-14. Gorvig with a serve. Price receives. Keenels for Reagan Weeby to the back line. Andre is there. Gorvig near side. That one stays in. A hard shot from Reese Janza. Her first kill. And Janza was almost headhunting for Remy Price since she moved out of the way thinking it was going to go long, but it stayed in, and Harrisburg's got the lead back at 15-14. Keenels is set. Tipped over the net, off the net, and in the Harrisburg side. Janza again. Reagan Weeby is there to dig it out. Keenels for Weeby. And now Andre set up again. That goes off the net and stays in for Hannah Healy. And it's now 16-14. Healy's got number 8. Now there's really nothing Pierre could do on that one. Covering. Price to receive. Keenels push it across. Two players went diving, didn't collide with each other. And then in the back corner goes down for another kill. And it's 17-14. Jansen's got another one. And Coach Casey Keenels is going to take another timeout here. 17-14 in set 3. Harrisburg leads by 3, looking for a straight sweep over the Pierre Governors. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. It is a 17-14 lead for the Harrisburg Tigers over the Pierre Governors. And now we got the buzzer that was just going off. And now we're back ready for volleyball. Covering as the Price was able to get over to it. Pushed across by Garland at the net, tipped over. Keenels tipped it right back across. Andre to bump. And that one way too hard from Janza, way too far. The Governors have pulled within one, 17-16. This is as close as they've been. I mean, they had 15 points in set 1, but they pulled within one, 17-16 here in set number 3. This is a big last couple points as we get late here in set number 3. Austin Wiebe to serve. Makes me a 17-15. As that one goes down from Healy. And a kill, her 9th. And it's 18-15. So right back up by 3 is Harrisburg. 18 kills between Healy and Meister. Dirks on the serve. Metro Canals. Keenels will set. Wiebe, that got tipped up and down for the Governors to pull within 2 again, 18-16. Kaiser will come in for Price. Reagan Wiebe to serve. There's a 2-point lead. Dirks to receive. Left side, Meister barely got across, and Harrisburg will get called for a net violation. Meister will get called for it. And it's now 18-17. Reagan Wiebe. She will serve. That one hit the net and goes down for an ace. It is 18-18. The Governors will absolutely take that one. That one you draw up. But it's one you'll take. Wiebe on the serve. Dirks almost didn't play before it hit the bounce. Meister. Austin Wiebe. Chance for Groundland. Right back to Meister. Corvig will set. That one goes too far. And the Governors have a 19-18 lead. They lead by 1 here in set 3. Reagan Wiebe. The serve, too far. And it's 19-19. Andre will go back to serve here for Harrisburg. Andre tipped off at the nets. Kenzie Groundland. Kaiser will have to bump it across the 3rd hit. So Dirks now will set for covering across. Metro Canals got a hand on it, but couldn't get more than that. As 2019, she went diving across. Another kill. This was the second one for ARP. Andre, Metro Canals, Keenol set for Groundland. That one's tipped. And for a kill for Kenzie Groundland is 2020. Kenzie Groundland's got her 3rd. Gonna win by 2. 20-20. Obviously, it's a 25 as Meister. Keenol's to set for Kaiser. Tipped at the net and down. And Harrisburg gets the points. 21-20. There's a block there by Harrisburg. Harrisburg 4 points away from winning this one. But Jansen will help out the Governors as it goes into the net. So it's now 21-21. Very late here in set 3. Governors have to win it. Down 2-0. They have to win it. Keenol's on the serve. Jansen will set. tipped by at the net, trying to get a block by Twilliger and Schleckaway, and it goes off the side. And a point for Harrisburg, and it's 22-21. Meister gets her 10th kill. Meister on another serve. She's got 3 aces. And then Mutchell can also have to play it twice as it went off the bottom of the backboard that's raised up. Almost to the rafters, and it's now 23-21. And Coach Keenels will take that second time out. 4 aces for Meister, 10 kills. 23-21 here in set 3. The Governors got to win it. So they trail by 2 here in set 3. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back, it is 23-21. As it is Meister to serve off the timeout. Metro Canals misplayed. Meister gets her 5th ace. And it's 24-21. And all of a sudden, it is match point for the Harrisburg Tigers looking for a sweep of the Pierre Governors. And the Governors' record would fall to 3-3. Meister, Metro Canals. Keenel's got to play it back. It will be pushed across by Kaiser. Governors still have life here. Samuels looking for the win. Blocked in the net. Played back, though, by Harrisburg. Here's a chance for Arp. Blocked down. It is 24-22. And now the Governors have serve here, and they've got to score the next 2 points. Have to score the next 2 points. Remy Price will come in to serve, and you hope that she serves at least 2 times or 3 times in a row. As she'll serve for the first time here, 24-22. Just barely over the net. It's an ace for Remy Price. It's 24-23. And we'll either keep things moving after this point, or it'll be a Harrisburg win. 24-23. Price again will serve. Price went short this last time. She'll go back to the back line. Almost a double hit by Andre. Across, at the net, and it's going to be called a lift on McKenna Schleckaway as it hit the net and it came down, and there's no chance for Schleckaway. And it's a 25-23 win here in set 3. And the Governors will fall a 3-0 sweep to the Harrisburg Tigers. We'll step aside for a minute, come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball. Today's KCCR, today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here at Harrisburg, it is a 3-set sweep for the Pierre Governors, or excuse me, for the Harrisburg Tigers over the Pierre Governors, as they will now be 3-3 on the season. And Governors didn't get things going until set 3. They lost 25-11 in set 1, 25-15 in set 2, and then had it down to 24-23. They're down looking for one opportunity here to try and get it tied at 24 all and send it to then having to win by 2. But Harrisburg picked up the point and won 25-23, and they take the sweep. And the Governors are now 3-3 on the season, and it does not get any easier from here. Harrisburg wins for the 4th time this season and just for the 2nd time in their last 7 games. But they now appear will have to face a very good Watertown team. The only caveat to that is that they haven't played in quite some time because of their COVID situation over. And really, when you look at it too, Pierre team has struggled in the last 2 games because they had not played for so long. Hopefully the Governors can kind of turn that into what Watertown has to deal with tomorrow at home. And hopefully Pierre can get things kind of moving forward for this season now at 3-3. But then they take on Huron, who beat Aberdeen Central. And then it will be O'Gorman on Saturday. And O'Gorman's a pretty tough team as well. So these next 3 games are going to be very, very tough for this Pierre Governor team, and they got to find a way here to still try and go 3-1 or 2-2 at worst, heading into next week when they finally get a chance to maybe catch their breath and then take on Washington next Thursday and Spearfish the following Saturday. The Governors now are at 3-3 here on the season as the take on Watertown tomorrow. And again, we'll have for you tomorrow. We'll have Pierre Governor soccer. At 12:45 Central Time, we'll start coverage. 1 o'clock kickoff. It is the girls' team taking on Rapid City Central. It is a playoffs first round. Chance to listen to that. We'll have baseball then afterwards, followed by Pierre Governor Volleyball taking on Watertown. I won't be there for the call, but we'll have feed. We'll recap the soccer game as well as the boys' soccer game, which will have started before the Watertown volleyball game as well, and then we'll finish out the day. So chance to listen to 2 different Pierre Governor games tomorrow right here on today's KCCR. We'll start at 12:45 Central Time as the Governors take on Rapid City Central, and then we'll be finish out the day with the Pierre Governor volleyball team taking on Watertown. So with that, we'll have Monday Night Football for you. I'll have the conclusion of Monday Night Football for you as the Governors fall here tonight. They lose in 3 sets. They lose 25-11, 25-15, and 25-23 to the Harrisburg Tigers, now at 3-3 on the season. Thanks to Deidre Scott back at the station. John Winkler, as again, back on the air, 12:45 Central Time tomorrow afternoon as the Pierre Governor soccer teams girls soccer team will look to continue their season in the first round of the playoffs. You've been listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball as the Governors, they fall in all 3 sets, 25-11, 25-15, and 25-23 as we say goodnight from Harrisburg.